and welcome back to my channel. I'm BRIT and today I'm going to be talking all about journaling for authors. This is the third video in my series on self-care for authors, so if you haven't seen the first two videos, I encourage you to go check those out first, and then let's get right to it. So if you watched my video on self-care practices for authors, then you might have heard me mention journaling underneath the flow category of self-care. And this is something that I personally have been using for years, and I honestly was a little bit hesitant to start journaling when I first began many years ago, because I always saw the practice as frivolous. I didn't know how journaling was going to help me like all these other people were telling me to. And I remember back when I was a teenager and I was in some therapy where my counselor was saying, you should start a journal. I think that it would be really beneficial for you. And I was like, no. And then I became an entrepreneur and I was being suggested from other entrepreneurs that journaling was a good thing to do and that it would help you clear your thoughts and it's a really great self-care practice. And I was like, no. And then I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I keep seeing everybody saying, start a journal. And then, I started it. And at first it was very simple. I was literally just sitting in my bed at night and just writing my thoughts or what I was doing that day down in my journal. And then I came across, of course, the bullet journal fad that, was taking over Instagram and taking over Pinterest. And I was like, oh, I've got to get on top of this. Like, this is awesome. And so for a long time, I really got down to like structured bullet journaling, where it's kind of like a mixture of a journal and a planner. And so I stopped really doing that. And I've moved on to other ways that I'm journaling and going through prompts and all of that kind of stuff. But before I really get into more of how you can use your journal, I want to talk about why it's a good thing and what I've discovered as somebody who used to be really hesitant approaching journaling to somebody who journals every single day. So these items are going to be a mix of tips as well as my own opinions towards journaling. So the first one is that one reason I really like it is because although I'm a writer and I love writing, journaling doesn't have to be writing. Journaling does not have to focus on punctuation and grammar and full sentences. It doesn't even have to be a full sentence. It can be a partial thought. It can even be a sketch if you need it to be. Just the point of journaling is getting all of those thoughts, all of those random tidbits of information down onto something else that's not your brain. It's sort of clearing out the junk, kind of decluttering your mind and getting it somewhere else so that your brain can be refreshed and kind of like a clean slate when you start back again. That aside, kind of on the opposite spectrum, is that if you are uncomfortable with those kinds of activities, journaling really can be a creative exercise. You can totally make it creative. You can use it as a sort of warm-up exercise, which I'll talk about later on when we get to the parts of different ways that you can use journaling. And then the final thing, the reason why I've really come to love journaling is because it allows me to sort of explore my own inner thoughts and my own inner self, to sort of align myself. For example, in my past, I've used journaling exercises to help get over fears and to help break down really bad habits or negative thought patterns, or I've used journaling just to dream, to tell the universe my biggest and wildest dreams about the world and what I want in life. And I've found that being able to do this and to write it all down and put it into a journal has been extremely helpful with not just getting those things out of my head, but also making those things happen and discovering new things about myself and really just some really solid self-discovery. So now I'm going to get into a few different ways that you can actually use journaling as an author. A few of them I've already mentioned, but I'm going to kind of go read back over them, and I'm going to try to make this not be too long. So I'm not going to really get down into like the details of these different journaling techniques, but if you would love for me to make a video on these specific techniques or the different things that I actually do, or maybe even get some examples or a tour of my journal or something like that, then let me know in the comments if that's something you're interested in, and I will definitely look into uploading a video of that sort. So the first one that I want to talk about is literally just writing down your thoughts. This is how I started way back many years ago. I would just, every night, I would keep my little journal, which looks like this. These are the kind of journals that I've been using since really the very beginning. Of course, you can use basic notebooks or random pieces of paper, but whatever works for you. I like these. I will link this journal down in the description below because they're really awesome. I've gone through a lot of them, so I really love them. They're the dotted ones because that's just how I prefer it, because like I did say, I was into bullet journaling for a while and it comes in handy in that aspect. But let's get back to the journaling. So I would keep my journal beside my bed, and then every night before I got in, I would just write down everything that I did today. I would write down whatever I'm thinking about at the current moment, and then I would write down 3 things that I want to do tomorrow or in the upcoming day. 3 non-negotiables, 3 things that I knew I had to get done, so that 1, they were fresh on my brain, 2, I kind of reviewed what I was able to do, and then I could also look back the following evening and see if I was able to accomplish those 3 things that I wanted. And it kind of helped me keep in line with my goals and keep track of what I wanted to do and if I was getting it done. The second way that you can use journaling is a gratitude list, because being able to be thankful and grateful for where you are in life, no matter what you're doing. You could be in a really bad phase in life and still be grateful for so many things. And journaling has helped me keep track of all of that and really come into alignment, help me be more grateful even during those rough patches and those rough times where I'm just maybe not doing so great or as well as I would like to. And the third way is to make it like a bullet journal. If you just Google bullet journal or go to Pinterest and type in bullet journal, you will find so many different spreads. There are some like crazy, amazing, talented people out there who make their journal be so beautiful and useful. And like I said, I got into that fad for a while there. I don't much do it anymore, but when I was doing it, I absolutely loved it. At that time, I was using it as a planner, as a goal tracker, as a memory tracker. I even had more authorly focused spreads like tracking my daily word count or brainstorming different scenes and characters as well. You can really make it however you want. Like I said, if you go to Pinterest and just type in bullet journal, I mean, there's so many. Another way is to do a more prompt-focused journal. So for instance, you'll take a prompt every day and then you'll just write that out, write your thoughts in relation to that prompt. Maybe you're doing a journaling challenge, or maybe you found these prompts on the internet, or maybe these prompts are from a book that you've read. So like for instance, I just recently got this book right here. It's Q&A a day, where it follows you through 5 years and asks you a different question every day, which I'm really excited about starting this one. It looks really cool, and I think it's going to be awesome to reflect back on throughout the years. So there's things like that you can find, and you can even make up your own prompts if you want. The benefit of this is that it really gives you time to reflect and think on one aspect of your life and where you're currently at. This is really the type of journaling that is helpful when you're trying to do things like overcome a fear or break through this mental block that you have, or maybe you're not sure what direction you want to take, and you can maybe discover that and come and realign yourself through a journal prompt. If you enjoy prompt style journaling, then I invite you to go look at my course, the Right Mindset mini course, because inside of that course, you also get access to a 14-day journaling challenge, which focuses on the mindset aspect of authorship. The prompts of this 14-day journaling challenge can help bring some clarity back into your authorship journey, help you clarify your goals, and help break down some negative associations or thought patterns that you have when it comes to your authorship journey and where you want to go in the future. I'll put the link to that down in the description below so you can check that out if you're interested. And then the final type of journaling that I wanted to cover today is more Freethought Journaling. So you're not really sitting down with any intentions. You literally will sit down, put your pen to the paper, and just kind of brain dump anything that you are thinking about, whatever comes to mind. This could be creative things in relation to your current project, your current WIP, or this could be literally things like, I really would like some Taco Bell right now, because that's a legitimate want. And so it can just be whatever you have going on in your mind. I hope that this has given you some idea and help see the benefits of what journaling can do for you as an author, and how it can help refresh your mind and get the gears back going nice and flowing. I hope you join me next week, where I'll be talking all about setting up a healthy morning routine that helps feed into a productive day. For now, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so you get all of these authorly updates as I publish them. Have a lovely day, and remember, I'm always rooting for you. Bye. Hey Scribe, want access to more authorly goodness? Then go join my free Thriving Scribe Tribe, where you'll find tons of resources and freebies exclusively for authors like you. You'll also get access to my free tribe Facebook group, where writers join together and encourage each other every single day. And you'll be signed up for my weekly newsletter, which is filled with inspiration and information to help you build your author empire. See you there.